wabarakatuh. Okay, for today, lab session, we will do the lab 3 drum brake, about the drum brake. For this drum brake, we have two main objectives. The first one, to inspect the condition of drum brake assemble. And the second one, to name all part of the drum brake assemble. So, that's the two main objectives that we want to learn for today's lab session. So, let's start with the procedure. This picture show name all part of the drum brake assemble. Drum brake in the good condition as you can see in the picture. And second one, the spring 1 and 2 also in good condition. And lastly, the piston also in the good condition. This video will show you how we take the thickness of shoes and line assemble. This is the table of the summary of the condition of the brake pad. As you can see, for the internal spring, the condition is not fully strained, and for the thickness is 2.09 mm. In this video, we will show you how we take the data for brake drum inside diameter. We will take a 4 reading to know about the condition of the brake.
So this is for the drum brake inspection. So as you can see here, the inner lining of the drum brake housing is quite smooth. Supposedly the surface has to be rough for very efficient frictional force when braking. But the lining in here seems to be a bit not that great compared to what it should be. And for the for this particular car, it's actually a disc brake system. So this drum brake system is used for the handbrake. It's not used for proper braking. But we can still attach here and we can rotate it. As you can see, we can still rotate the rotor because it's for the handbrake. So once the handbrake engages, it would actually stop. So the frictional force between the brake shoe and the lining should be good, should be great. But from the inspection here, the thickness of the shoe is not up to spec and the surface inside of the drum is very smooth. So it caused to be not great with its frictional force during braking.
So this table shows you the summary of the inspection of the brake pad. So for the rub test, the brake shoe's friction to surface is even, but some spots are not in contact evenly. And as you see in the before video, the brake line thickness is too small, and the brake drum inside the meter you can see have a 4 reading, and that the result that we take after we do the inspection of the brake pad. So let's start with answering the question. Based on our finding, the condition of the brake shoes liner is wore out and out the spec. So yes, need to replace the shoe liner. So for the result of drum brake inside the meter, the drum brake diameter is not entirely out of the round because the marginally different value from one to other is the by 0.09 mm average compared to number 1 to 2 value, the difference is 0.28 mm, and the number 3 to 4 value, the difference is 0.08 mm. Even so, the effect of out of the round is not large. If the out of the round value is 0.5 above, is considered large. For this question, if the deep crack found on the drum, can it be repaired? So for the beginning of the trip, it's important to check the drum brake during your walk around inspection. If it is unsafe to drive, if any brown brake have a crack more than 1/2 of the width of the friction area, so need to immediately change the drum brake. In this picture, show you a 4 of example of the cracked drum. The advantage of drum brake compared to disc brake: drum brake make excellent parking brake. The second one, low effort from driver, hold heavy wheel in the place. Disc brake require complex set of the extra part to serve as the parking brake.
So as you can see here, when we attach the brake drum components again, so when the car is moving, when the brake drum is rotating, and when we brake, supposedly a good brake drum system, it would slowly rotate and then stop. But if it keeps slowly rotating and not stopping in time, meaning that the brake shoe is worn out and the lining inside is also worn out. Now, I'm not saying that it would worn out easily compared to a disc brake system, but still that time to time you need to inspect and check if everything is good so that we have good brakes to perform when we need to stop, as it is a safety purpose in a vehicle.